So, hello guys, welcome to another rundown. Dude, I feel shitty as hell today. How have you
Oh,
been doing,
God.
man?
Is everybody ready? Let's go. What's up? What's up, Anthony? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, guys. I'll do my little intro. I can't help but not do
Do
it. I
it.
feel like a
You're the
radio
guy that does the
announcer.
intro, dude.
Welcome back to the show. Today we are going to do another rundown, another top five, whilst we await a new series to break down. And this week it is going to be Star Wars fights. And this was a tough one for me, as I'm sure we're going to find out it was for Anthony. By the sounds of it, the sounds of how he's doing, I think it's going to be tough for him. But we're going to break down the fights and maybe probably talk about the structure of how we came up with where these are, because I thought more about that again as I was doing this list. Not to just annoy you at all, but just thought about how I wanted to do the list. So I'm excited to talk about where these fights rank and what defines a fight, and because that was a question that was on my mind. I hope you guys are ready to join the chat. If you agree with any of the opinions or ranks here, let us know what yours would be if you were ranking your top five, so we can find out where we're at and where you're at. Other than that, though, I'm good to go, Anthony. Dying from heat, but today we got some rain, some reprieve from the blistering hell heat in Australia that we've had. That's why I don't have my jacket on, guys. But I've gone the red and blue as well, just so we can kind of match. Red, blue, and
Cool.
white. There you go.
Cool. Dude, I just cheated an intro. I just got away with having a 1
I know
second
you
intro
did.
and you're doing the rest.
Yeah, I realize that now. You abused me and used me.
Gotcha.
Got me.
Okay, so
Got me.
yeah, so like I said, I'm a bit tired, so I might be having some brain farts. But the good news was today I received 2 figures that I was really
Ooh.
anxious to get. I haven't posted them yet, so they're still in museum-esque kind of poses, so don't mind that. The first one is the animated Boba
Oh,
Fett,
nice.
which I really wanted to have. And the second one that came in the same shipment was the prototype Boba Fett, which will go very well with the Arena Boba Fett.
Oh, that is sick. So
All
how
in
many
all,
Boba Fett's is that now?
I
13,
don't know.
14, 16?
I
Where are we
don't
at?
know. Most of them, except for the Sarlacc pit. That's kind of it, I guess.
Yeah. You got to get the Sarlacc pit. Come on.
No,
Do
because
it.
he looks too much like which was it again? So Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi one.
Ah,
Um, no,
okay.
the 40th anniversary one and the Sarlacc pit just look a lot too like. And the Kenner one
Okay.
I don't want to have because I don't have
Mm-hmm.
nostalgia for the Kenner one. So
Yeah.
I'm fine
Okay.
this way. I'm fine.
Okay. Well,
But
we
yeah,
better
the
see
top
Shrine.
5
What
Star
comes.
Wars fights was a difficult one. We
Yes.
knew we had to get Luthen in or Selvig because that was the number 1 Star Wars fight, of course.
Of all
But
time.
other than that, it was a problem getting there, right?
It was a
First of all,
problem.
let's go to the chat. Let's go to the chat because
Yeah, let's do
I've
the chat.
neglected the chat by now. First of all, as always, AJ, greetings, friends. Here we are in both places once again. In a world where you can be in
In
both
a
places
world
at one time.
on both channels. It's a new thing. We've started it. I haven't seen anyone else do it. This is a new trend.
Me neither.
So,
Me neither. I just, yeah, we're going to do that at Collectors United. So I guess it's going
nice.
to be at 3 or 4 places, depending how many panel members there are.
Mm,
Joao
okay.
says,
You should
where should
charge
I
them
watch this
royalties.
rundown? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you watch it.
Doesn't matter, mate. Doesn't matter. Wherever your heart
I don't.
desires.
Yeah. And both places is also an option, like Renz usually does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Syria, welcome. Hi, Anthony. Hi, John. My
What's
fave is
up?
Jewel of the Fates. That is a very good pick, dude.
That is a good pick. He's gonna be angry with me then.
Yeah.
But it is a great fight. Okay.
AJ says, I came across a grill today. I found a DX10 today. That's a good one. That is a good
What
figure.
is that? I can't even remember.
Oh yeah, you can see him over. So you have Iron Man over here in the gantry,
Mm-hmm.
and one below there is DX10 and DX13. It's Terminator one.
Oh, nice. AJ's on fire. He just found
He is.
in Pose and Chill yesterday. He was telling us that he just got, or showed us he got that Luke Ballin. Articulated. AJ, help me out. My memory. Come on now. He's in all white.
The X7?
Don't ask me numbers, Anthony. Don't ask me memory things.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you said. T2, the non-battle damage version.
Nice. Full leather.
Welcome, Mr. Producer Often. He says his favorite is Alderaan versus the Death Star.
Nice.
That's not a fight. That's a massacre, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Okay.
I've really been enjoying because one of the things in me being tired is me working more at nights, but also walking the dog more, and he goes like for an hour.
Okay.
But I've been enjoying like audiobooks while I'm walking the dog. So I have like an extra hour a day that I have listened to audiobooks, and I've been really enjoying the Star Wars audiobooks because they give you a lot of insights that I didn't have before. Like I didn't know that the Sith were also a race. I always thought they were just an order. So there's a cool little nuggets you get out of the audiobooks. It's really
very
cool.
cool.
It's really good. No, it's from Last Jedi Master Luke. I got him for 110. Oh yeah. I think we've seen his picture in the Iron Legion group, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Because the movie wasn't that great, I guess, but the figure, just like Crate Luke, is a great figure. You can just make up your own story.
That's right.
Anyway,
he's on.
How did you go about your top 5?
It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. I'm biased. Yeah. You like my list? Look, there may be a little trolling. There may be a little. Oh well, there's that too. Well, how I did the list. I did the list a little bit differently. It was very hard to rank because I think they're all great, and I think maybe some of the ones I've got ranked lower are probably technically better, and you'll probably be able to explain that a bit more. But I fell back to what I generally always fall back to is how they made me feel. All about the feelings. So that's kind of where I settled on where I was emotionally. Maybe also when I first saw them, I rewatched them all just to see. As I was going through, like all the fights, not the movies, the fights. Yeah. Just to get a better idea of, was it the hype of the show? Was it the actual fighting? Because some fights I think are fantastic for the technical side of it. And some I like better, not because of the technical side of it, but more of where it was in the story in the film. So that's kind of how I did my judgment. And I'll expect your guys' feedback as I give you guys my picks, as I'm sure we'll all have opinions of where it is. But what about you? Did you stick to your general theme of how you do it, or did you mix it up?
I think for each episode of these top 5s, I just have a different rule set. I just need to have a rule set to make it easier for myself, because otherwise it would be too overwhelming. For these picks, it was just too damn hard. So I gave myself like easier rule sets just because otherwise I would have like kind of the same picks as you had probably. I needed to have like 2 of your picks in there, I guess. And then I just had 3 picks left for all of the other cool fights. So I did it a bit different this time. I only did animated because I knew you wouldn't do animated. So then we'd have like a different type of list.
Okay.
So I only did animated and I excluded games. And to be honest, I couldn't remember Tales of the Jedi, so I don't know if there were any cool fights in there.
Good one, Ian Dory. What?
As if you remember Tales of the Jedi. But so mainly I focused on Clone Wars and Rebels, and there are a lot of great fights in Clone Wars and Rebels. So yeah, it's going to be a diverse list.
Okay, very diverse. Very diverse. Well, what about those other 3 live action ones that you didn't put in that I don't have? Maybe you can chuck them in later.
Yeah, I'll give my opinion on where your picks would be for me.
Okay.
And then we'll just see for the animated ones. Often says second is Kid Leia versus the Dark.
Often, you called my number 1, baby. You called my number 1. You called it.
But it didn't include rocks, so. Anyway,
It did neglect rocks.
third, it looks
Intent.
dangerous than either cow milk. Yeah, blue milk. And
Oh
then,
shit.
oh, dude, I should have included like angry
Uh,
Jewish mom.
That's what I was just thinking. That should have been top
Blue
one.
milk
I
eating
literally just thought.
Twin
I
Peaks.
should've just- I just thought of that. God damn it! I just thought of that.
Oh, dude.
Selvig against his
So,
feelings.
in primetime reviews, welcome, dude. I don't know if you've been over at the Rundown before, but welcome. Hey guys, can't wait to see the poses. I don't know if you've been to the Rundown, but we'll not be doing poses in this show. But I'll definitely be doing poses with the Boba Fett's. So rest assured. Rest assured.
Big Boba Fett's coming.
Yeah. Shall we go to the lists? And guys,
Let's do it.
Chime in. If you have your number 5s, just let us know. Start off with your number 5s.
Well, honorable mention. We've got honorable mention first, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I've got
You had
honorable
one
mention.
honorable mention, right? I skipped honorable mentions.
Mm.
So, your honorable mention.
This is my honorable mention, and I know this will probably get me some hate. But this was in the top 5. This was in the top 5 and slipped out. Slipped out right at the last minute because I fell back to how I feel about certain things now, and another one fell in and took that spot and kind of threw the whole list out. But I wanted to at least mention this fight because it is such a awesome fight. The stakes are high, the emotions running. It's a very pivotal moment in Star Wars history, I guess. So it definitely deserved to be up there and definitely talked about. You're more. I've learned from you after the more we watch Star Wars. How you view fights technically and how they use the lightsabers, and these two guys, no doubt about it, use the lightsabers probably the best, right? I'd say they're two of the best lightsaber wielders. So that was in display in this fight, which I liked. But I think this is definitely a top one just for the stakes that they're in, the crazy location and the pivotal moment of where it is in the Star Wars universe. So I think, where would you put it on your list? Because I feel like it would be higher on yours.
So this fight would be my number 2 or maybe my number 1. I think I enjoyed it less than what would be my number 1. So this would be number 2. So I grew up with the original trilogy, but I just liked Star Wars then. I just started loving Star Wars. Yeah, I can see you distracted. Wait. Because you won't be able to talk now. First of all,
me? I just saw the comments.
Yeah, I know. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments because you'll be distracted.
Sorry.
John Anthony posing. Okay, right. Okay. AJ says, I'm raging now.
Sorry, AJ.
He's raging because of this pick. And you can't blame the guy. And I'll tell you why, dude.
Yeah, oh shit. I'm
Fourth
about to get roasted.
versus the Cup. I still don't know who won, though. Did the Cup win or did Sabine win?
Oh, shit.
I think the Cup should have won.
Yeah.
Fifth is Kino versus the Floaties. No, Kino versus Water. Floaties were his allies.
Often's got all my picks.
Friend.
Often's got all my picks. Good man.
And Joao says Ahsoka versus Maul season 7 Clone Wars. That is a very good pick. So let's get back to your pick. As your honorable mention, not even top 5. Yeah. So like I said,
look,
I started loving Star Wars because of the prequels, mainly because of Nick Gillard's sword fighting choreographies. So it's lightsaber choreographies. So lightsaber duels in like episode 1, 2, 3. They were what made me enthusiastic about lightsaber duels again. And so I love the fact that Nick Gillard chose dude, I'm having brain farts. Ray Park to be the actual actor of Darth Maul instead of him just being the stunt guy and another actor picking Darth Maul up. I love that decision because the way that Ray Park just executes everything.
He does.
It shows so much style and precision and just craftsmanship, and that
Mm-hmm.
just got me enthusiastic.
Mm,
th- I, yeah, so Phantom Menace was the first time actually that lightsaber duels were done right. I think
mm.
kind of it's a crime that Nick Gillard wasn't invited to do the sequels, the sequel trilogy, because that's
Politics,
such an
bro.
amazing job. Yeah, and
Yeah.
one of his masterpieces was this one. Um, this was, I think, this was about 15 minutes long. There's like a longer version in on the internet because Nick Gillard does stunts. He has his own channel now, and he just
Oh wow.
posts all of the training sessions for the
Nice.
prequels, and they're so awesome. And Hayden Christensen, um, he picks up lightsaber duels so freaking fast, and both of them
Mm.
have really trained really hard, and it actually pays off. They did like a phenomenal job. So yeah, this would be top two for me.
Mm. Awesome. Uh, I like Often's comment that he says that
Kino versus Floaties.
no, the next one.
Honorable mention is
Profession.
John versus all the Star Wars people. He's gonna
Hashtag
hashtag
billions.
billions.
Hashtag billions. Where's Andre? I need his backup.
Oh, that's hot.
You're so much faster with that. That's perfect.
It's good. It's good.
Look, what
Yeah.
if
So yeah, we'll do Phantom Menace later. Yeah. Duel of
yeah,
Fates.
definitely. Pretty close.
Yeah.
What if I were to tell you that this was actually higher on my list until the very last minute I sent to you? I have my reasons. Okay.
Dude, I'm not surprised. This does not surprise me at all. But yeah, for me, this should be like top two at least, top three at
Okay.
least. For me, it's top two. Look, episode 1 to 6 is all about Anakin, Darth Vader,
Mm-hmm.
Return of the Jedi.
Mm.
And so any lightsaber duel with Anakin is like an important one. Yeah, so great,
I love it. I love it. That's why I had to put it in there for you. Had to.
dude. Honorable mention. Let's
What-
go to your top 5, dude, because I didn't have
Yep.
honorable mentions.
Oh,
I only
okay,
have
okay.
top 5.
Okay.
There's your top 5.
Jewel of the Fates. Jewel of the Fates.
Blasphemy,
Jewel of
dude.
the Fates.
Blasphemy.
Okay. So, technically, this is, I would say, probably one of the best lightsaber fights I've seen. One of
Do
them.
you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and that's from you making me think about it more, though. Watching how they move with the lightsabers more,
Yeah.
and just watching the action and like watching Ray Park. So that, to be fair, I took that into advisement after you'd been AJ. Sorry,
What's AJ saying?
shit. I don't know. I just
First of
saw.
all, I would say, here we go. Wait, this is only 5? I'm feeling so good, Mrs. Stark.
Look.
Oh, that's hot.
Look. Just chill.
I can just see AJ just disappearing, just turning into dust because of this one. Oh, dude.
I just snapped him out. Oh, sorry, AJ. Look, technically, it's a fantastic fight. The stakes are high again. It's all going down. What else can I say? It's just definitely deserving of being in the top 5, for sure. Definitely. Why don't you break it down? You break it down. You know a little bit more about the technicalities of the fight, but let's just say,
Yeah, dude. Me just breaking
where's
this
the
down
spears?
as a top 5 is just it's ridiculous because this is the fight that you could tell the most about, I think. Okay. First of all,
Yeah.
Ray Park is a fucking legend. Second of all, Darth Maul is the coolest character ever. Okay,
Yeah.
like I've
Definitely deserves
like
to be
I've
in the
been
top 5.
like I've been saying, episode 1 to 6, so everything George Lucas created was about Anakin. It's about his turn to the dark side. and how he finally struggles back because of Luke.
Mm-hmm.
So Duel of the Fates, not only is it like the most epic we've ever seen lightsaber being handled up to that point. Not
Yeah.
only has it like the best soundtrack there is from John Williams. I can hear that song over and over and over and over again, which I did back in the days. Though I just played
Yes.
it after that all the time.
Sure.
But so this is actually symbolic for Anakin's crossroads. Anakin should have been trained by Qui-Gon Jinn, who is
Mhm.
like the least corruptible, most thoughtful Jedi Master that Anakin could have had. He would have been like a father figure to Anakin. Yeah, stop yawning.
Sorry.
He would have been Anakin's father figure. Anakin would have felt secure. He would have felt heard. He
me.
wouldn't have been corrupted by the Emperor that much because after Qui-Gon died, he got Obi-Wan as a master, and Obi-Wan wasn't ready
Mm.
to be a master.
But a good
to
guy.
Anakin. He's a good guy, but he was like a 2-year-old brother to Anakin instead of a master. So not only did Anakin feel a lot more superior to Obi-Wan very quickly, but he also didn't feel heard. So that's when he turned to Palpatine and was far more easily malleed into going to the dark side, getting visions about Padme, being scared for the fate of Padme, and then falling to the dark side because Palpatine is like a master puppeteer. So he played that out perfectly, and that wouldn't have happened with Obi-Wan. With Qui-Gon being
Qui-Gon.
Anakin's master. So Duel of the Fates is actually the turning point for Anakin turning into the dark side, or starting his way of going into the dark side. If this hadn't happened, then Darth Vader wouldn't have happened. So that's the meaning of the Duel of the Fates. So this is like, not only is it epic and perfectly executed, it's also like a peak point in the story. Yeah, so this would have been my number one live action.
Yeah, nice. And that's a great. Oh, thank you, Orphan.
Cool.
Don't like the next
Get
one.
Iron Logan to 5K. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hashtag unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, to 5K. You're a...
Yeah. I'm at 11 now, bruv. Are you trying to take me down to 5? Come on, bro.
Okay.
Unsubscribe. Yeah. Come on, Orphan. Look. There's a fun message at the end of the show. Don't worry that I'll give you about my list. It's all good. Don't worry.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're all
good.
about the fun message.
Yeah.
So this is your
You'll see, it's a
this is your
surprise.
number 5.
This
So
is my
we've
number 5.
already covered your we've already covered your honorable mention in your top 5. So it's only going to be uphill from now.
Look, you go number 1. Wait till you get to number 1. You see how fantastic.
Brass.
Wait till number 1 is actually Anthem. I'm surprised you said would have been your number 1 because I know my number 1 is also your number 1. So don't try to fool the people. Don't
It's
try to fool
episode
the
5
people.
of Loki, right?
Yeah, episode 5 of Loki. Come on. The finale of C. Come on, let's go. Hashtag billions. What's your number 5?
Hashtag billions. So I did animate it, like I said.
Yes.
So my number 5 is Savage Press and Savage Ventress versus Dooku. Anytime
Okay.
you see like dark side users just dueling it out is awesome. And having a 2 versus 1 is better. I just love Savage Ventress. I think she's a very cool character. And I really like Dooku. I don't know about you, but Dooku is like for me, is the most underused Sith in live action.
Dooku was great in Visions, I thought. That
Yeah.
episode of
Yeah,
Visions
yeah,
where he goes
yeah.
down. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like
And
that one.
Dooku is like the most reasonable, one of the most reasonable Jedi there was, because he knew the corruption of the Jedi, and the Jedi just being like a tool to the Republic. It's kind of a Civil War kind of theme. He just felt that the Jedi were complacent and a tool of the Republic, and he thought, yeah, we'll need to do something about that. So he kind of joined the dark side, and in the first trilogy, so in the prequels, they also hinted at him actually wanting Qui-Gon to join him to be like a separatist leader. Because
Mm,
he was neither going for the dark side or the light side, I guess.
mm,
Palpatine found it out and had Dooku killed or beheaded. Um, but Dooku is like the most prestigious one of them, I guess, and the, the most level-headed Jedi there was, I think.
mm. Okay. I haven't seen this one, so I can't chime in on it, to be fair. Maybe AJ can.
It would be a good watch to see, but it's a lot to watch though. Because
Duel of the Fates.
I think you would need to see like both all 7
Mm.
seasons of Clone Wars and then Rebels.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a lot to catch up on.
AJ says I'm going to need at least one drink to make it the end of this one. The number will change how crazy the list gets, but I trust you guys.
We're not playing mind games with you. I'm not playing mind games with you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, Savage
Okay.
Press, if you don't know, is like the brother of Darth Maul. And
Sister?
at this no, Savage Press. Savage Press is the left.
Oh, okay.
And at one point of time, Asajj Ventress chose him to
Ventress.
be like her apprentice. While she was Dooku's apprentice.
Okay. Nice. What's
Shroud says, I
saying?
would love to have this figure Savage, yeah. I would love to have Asajj Ventress. I think these two figures, well, mainly Asajj Ventress, also a bit of Cat Bane, with the reason that I started collecting the animated Sideshow Star Wars figures, because I don't think they'll make her in live action. So I don't think Hot Toys will make her. But so I'm hoping we'll get her.
It would be cool to
Andre,
see. It'd be
welcome,
interesting figure.
Andre.
What's up,
Short comment
Andre?
guy. Short comment.
Short comment guy is back.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Shall we go
billions.
to your number 4?
Number 4.
Yeah, we're all curious what your number 4 is. What could ever trump the Phantom Menace?
I can't even remember what my number 4
Fates and the Mustapha fight, which transformed Anakin and Darth Vader.
I don't even remember what my number 4 is.
Yeah.
Tell me this. Darth Vader hallway scene. Come on,
Oh, boy.
baby. Come on, baby.
Explain.
Now, I picked
Explain yourself.
I will explain myself. I picked this because one, I love Rogue One. Rogue One's a really good movie. And when he came in at the end, I'm going off like the type of moment we had in the cinema. It was one of those moments again where I'm just trying to think to compare it to something like an Infinity War or Endgame level moment when he comes back on and you get to see him just kick ass. And at that point, I thought that was the best I'd seen Darth Vader. Most intimidating, the way they did it. They had to get the message. And at first, I wasn't going to put things like this in the list because I thought, not fighting someone one-on-one. It's not necessarily a fight.
This is
like
fight.
previous two.
Michael said this is a fight. This is a pretty good fight.
You
It's
think
not
so?
even a war.
Well, see, when I was originally doing it, my list was completely different, and I was going two people like versing each other, like actual duels, battles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I thought,
you were
well, this
like,
wouldn't be in.
what would you consider is like a lightsaber duel or like a duel, or is it like a duel or is it like a fight, or can Wookiees fighting, or can we include droids? Can we include rocks?
Yes, right. Can rocks look? Don't ruin the surprise, Anthony. Look, but so originally I wasn't going to put these next couple in because they're not technically a one-on-one fight, as in thinking a battle. I like one-on-one fights,
Yeah.
like or fights more like the Duel of Fates and the Mustafa fight. But as a moment action scene
Don't remind me,
fighting,
kid.
yeah, action scene fighting.
This dropped the Jewel of the Fates and the Mustafa fight.
hey, yeah, it did. Yeah, it did, Anthony.
It
Because
kind of is like the Mustafa fight, right? I see fire and I see Vader saying, "I have the high ground." So maybe you're
Yeah.
right. Maybe this
Yeah, I
does
mean,
deserve like a top 3
as a
point.
moment for the character, I think this is probably one of the best moments for his character on screen. So
For
that, I
live action.
guess,
Yeah.
for live action. Yeah, of what I've seen and can remember. But this scene always sticks with me, and I thought it was such a badass way of showcasing Darth Vader. And it also leads to, someone else kind of copying this type of scene later down the road, which is also epic.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's
but
why it's in my top 5.
I will
That's why it's number
grant you
3.
1 point. And that one
Okay.
point is this is in live action the best we had seen Darth Vader.
Right? Most intimidating. So most intimidating, the way it was filmed, the way he just destroys people. That's what I want to see from a character like this, because I want to feel the intimidate. He's meant to be so intimidating, but never really was he so intimidating like this.
True,
Not like
true.
this. So for me, this is why this was so epic, because when I think of Darth Vader, I think of this, and obviously my number 1, which we'll see. I mean, our number 1, sorry. Our number 1 pick.
Hello, welcome Lukagi. He says, hello there.
Lukagi. So what do you guys think? I think
He's all
everyone's
agrees.
backing me up
It's a
on this.
badass
I'm not
scene.
going to read.
He still thinks
Yeah,
it's
come on.
blasphemy, but still it's badass. scene.
I just see that he agrees. I don't
This
see
is
that
a
he thinks
fight.
it's blasphemy.
Andor versus Death Star is also a fight. He's not going to let that go.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
going to be a number 1. This is like a morning joke for Vader, but I'm surprisingly okay with that logic.
Right? Right?
It was. He
Right?
thought, I'm in this mechanical suit. I can't keep up with those guys, but I'm still going to kill him.
See, and that's the thing with this scene, right? It's okay to talk about how imposing he is, but this scene shows how imposing he can be, rather than just telling you he's so scary and they're not actually being scary at all or easily defeated. At least he actually wins at the end of this scene. He's generally losing when we see him.
True.
So to see him win,
So Alvin chimes
that's why
in with
this is up there. Come on, guys,
Alvin's
back me up.
top 4 is Obi-Wan's long coat with Leia versus the troopers. So it's actually Leia versus visibility.
Trash.
Shit.
Like I said, I love this scene, but I think fight normally requires an opponent. These guys.
Good point, Akagi. Good point.
Maybe not a great fight, Andre says, but an epic way to showcase the intimidation of Vader. Agreed.
Yeah, and that
Agreed.
yes, and that's why I
Andre
struggled with putting it
agrees.
in. That's why I struggled with putting it in. But I thought he's it's like a fight, and you agreed. It's kind of like
like
it's
a
not a
fight.
fight. It's more
It's
an
like a
action
fight.
sequence.
Yeah.
But for how it made me feel, and when I think of the character, I think this is the most badass I've seen him. Obviously,
still-
again, apart from my number
Dude,
1 pick.
I still regret not putting Angry Jewish Mom in. It's also like a fight.
Oh God.
This isn't looks though, yet it counts. Dude, it doesn't matter if it's looks or not, but
Well,
yes, it counts.
there you
It
go.
counts.
It took him. You're talking about the creator of Andor here. Of course, he did an epic Vader scene.
Sorry, my son posted the chat before I finished typing it.
These guys.
Don't you have him strapped down somewhere?
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
Oh shit.
That Vader hallway scene reminds me of the epic demolition John Maxim flick on Iron Dory every week.
Shit. Long comment, guys. Back.
Oh, that's hot.
I like
No, it's
short
roast
comment guy
comment guy.
better.
Roast
Yeah.
comment guy's back.
I like
It
short
usually
comment guy
takes-
better right now.
Yeah, so he usually starts out as nice comment guy and then short comment guy. And I think after like 5 minutes, it's just roast comment guy.
Yeah, because he's like, I can't listen to these guys anymore. These guys are idiots. He just starts
These
taking
guys.
us out.
Can't watch this.
These guys.
Yeah, it's an awesome scene, like Gaga says. Fight adjacent, I'll allow it.
Thank you, AJ.
That's okay.
Thank you, AJ.
That's okay.
Boom.
You have 3 action sequences like this: Luke and Maul.
Boom, boom.
Ahsoka and Mando, first appearance.
Ooh, that's a good point. That nearly made
Yeah.
it. That was close.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
close.
Twin Peaks and Juman breakfast battle scene. Is this your top 5?
Top 5.
I'm out.
Skeen versus Andor was nearly in there. Skeen versus Andor was nearly in there.
And
But that one had a
Celtic
happy
Ship was
ending.
also in there. Kage says Twin Peaks was his worst enemy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so
Party
this is your
Bro husband
fourth,
against
right?
against his wife should have been the number. I should have put Party Bro in there.
Oh, Party Bro.
Party
That's a good
husband.
one. This is your fourth,
Damn
right?
it.
Yeah, it's your fourth. This is your fifth.
That was fourth.
This is your honorable mention.
That's it.
Fifth.
Fourth.
So I'll go to my fourth, right?
Yeah, go to your
Animated.
fourth.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is Asajj Ventress and Obi-Wan versus Maul and Savage Press.
Mhm.
So Maul reunites with his brother. He takes him on as an apprentice. And Asajj Ventress is after Savage Press. And of course, Maul still wants to kill Obi-Wan because Maul always wants to kill Obi-Wan. He sets a bait. It's a trap. It's obviously a trap. But love conquers everything, so Obi-Wan needs to go for Duchess Satine. And then this battle ensues. So Asajj Ventress and Obi-Wan aren't exactly allies, but this is just an enemy of my enemy is my friend type of thing.
Okay.
And it's just a cool fight. I love anything that Asajj Ventress is in, and also that Maul is in. So I'm into this one. This is my top 4, hands down.
Okay. And how long? Like, does it have great choreography in the animation? Do you judge it for that? Like, what puts it in there for you? Is it the story aspect of it, or is it the actual fighting?
For
Like,
this, it's the actual fighting.
okay.
We'll go to my top 3 later, and then it's also the story. But for this, it's the actual fighting.
Just the action.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because that is a big part of it for me too. And when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I'm a very visual person, so I want to see, like, I like the visuals, just as much as I like the story. You know, I can like something just for the visuals. You know, hence Michael Bay movies. I love my Michael Bay movies because of the visuals.
Alfred is still just trolling around. Praetorian guards versus the floor on The Last Jedi. Yeah, so the choreography on that fight was horrendous. You just have people, so especially Praetorian guards, just standing around, doing nothing, just falling out of nothing. It was atrocious.
What about,
So, yeah.
we didn't put from Obi-Wan where she knocks the guy out, what she hit his helmet with. What, remember that?
Or just with her
Talia,
hand.
yeah.
Just with her hand.
Yeah, just takes him out.
Kylo Ren helmet versus computer.
Look, these guys have a better idea of what the list should have been. I can't, but we should have listened to them. This is their points are much better than ours.
Yeah, so whenever I get reminded about this scene, it reminds me of the, what's it called? Secret Boss. I think it's an SNL skit, right? With the Secret Boss with Darth Vader. With Kylo Ren.
Yes.
Where he just trashes the room every time.
That was hilarious.
Best fight is John versus him watching anything animated. I don't know. Do you have like trouble watching anything animated, or is it just like a chore?
No, so I'm more into animation now. The only thing is I haven't gone back and watched some of these others because they're such just big tasks and there's all these other things that we have to watch. So like, you know, I'm obviously into all the animated stuff with Mila and we watch all the cartoons and that type of stuff. But in the past, let's just say going back anything other than 4 or 5 years ago, I wasn't watching anything animated. It's only in the last couple of years that I've started watching Cross the Spider-Verse and all that kind of pulled me in, like with how great it could, and that kind of opened my mind to it a bit more. So it's just a lot of stuff I haven't seen still. But yeah,
it's really worth the look, dude.
And
yeah, it's kind of a chore because it's like
how far behind
11 seasons altogether. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arno says, I remember before I watched the Clone Wars, I used to stare blankly when people mentioned these characters, like John is doing listening to it right now.
It's getting dark.
You freaking good point.
Good point. You're just saying, just being polite.
Yep. Sounds fantastic.
Didn't you just slap him
Yep.
in the helmet and was like, oh no, I guess I'm knocked out. Yeah, that's fine,
Yeah, I
that's
think
fine.
so. That was
I think
that was the
trooper just one excuse to go home for the day.
was that
Hell no!
That was a trooper.
was that the episode where Obi swam into the base and then as soon as he got in there it was completely dry? I think that was that episode.
That
I
episode.
think that was that one. That one. That's a top 5.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yo, Jesse. Welcome.
What's
up, boys?
What's up? What's up?
Well, the top 5 is up. This is my 4th, right?
You're number 3. That's your number
dude.
3.
Real quick,
What?
real quick.
No, is it?
Let me
Yeah,
see,
it
let me
is.
see, let me see, let me see.
No, you've only
Honorable
done 2.
mention, of course. Just
Yeah.
breathes
Yep.
honorable mention all
Yeah,
over.
this is Anthony's honorable mention,
Top
Jazzy,
5. Top 5.
and his Jewel of Faith.
4. 4. This is your number 3.
So yes,
Mando
My number
Collector's
3.
Bounty. Book of
now
Boba.
before everybody jumps in and gets upset that this wasn't number 1, just slow down. I'll explain why this wasn't number 1. Just look, I haven't upset anybody. This is me putting Mando in because that's how I do. No,
know
when
how
I think
we do.
about when I think about moments that I love, this when we were watching Book of Boba after those first couple of episodes, and then this episode came on. Fake Star Wars fan says often. When this scene came on, and Mando comes in and wields the Darksaber. Come on, guys! It's a small fight, but this was like a Darth Vader hallway scene moment for me. The way it was filmed, the way he comes back into the show after seeing him. Come on now, this is definitely deserving of a number
Yeah,
of
so-
a top 5 pick.
Okay, so if I would add anything from Disney Plus series, I think I would have entered Boba Fett versus the Stormtroopers, because when he was like in
That's
his robe
also
as
good.
Boba Fett, because that
Yep.
was savage, and that made
Mhm,
everyone think,
mhm.
oh dude, this Book of Boba thing is going to be epic, because this was very cool.
Yes.
I think I would have added that one. Mando
Mm.
was hard to digest for me because his power levels were all over the place. I thought they were so inconsistent with how badass Mando was. Sometimes he just felt clunky as hell. Sometimes he felt afraid or incompetent. Sometimes he was just like a badass. So for me, Mando was all over the place. John says,
often-
episode 1 from Vision Summer Star. Yeah, it is nice. I just didn't want to include those as well because it's a bit far off. But yeah, you're right.
that hurts my
Lukaki
feelings.
agrees. That hurts my feelings.
That hurts my feelings often.
Then Mando
Yeah,
gets
gets
nerfed
nerfed.
after that episode. Yeah, exactly.
He did.
All over the place.
He did get nerfed after that. I thought he was more consistent up until here. This was like peak Mando just balling out of control. What I did like about the fight scene is that he struggled with the Darksaber and still managed to tear everybody up. I don't know. This for me was just one of those ones. It wasn't even in the. If I was technically doing the list, guys, and not mucking around like I am, this wouldn't be in the top 5. But for me, in regards to moments of like Mando fighting or doing something, I just loved this moment for
Oh, dude, it's totally
when
fine.
we saw it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even though it's not long,
better-
it's not a duel. It's an epic moment for me. That's why it's in
Yeah,
the top 5.
I like lists that are very subjective because then we get 2 different lists. So it's fine.
Yeah. So that's why it's up there for me. One, I love Mando, and he has lots of cool fight scenes. Like at one point, I had him versus Moff Gideon in the finale of season 2. I even liked his battle against the droids before that, where he takes that one out with the spear at the end. I thought that was an epic fight because he was really struggling with it, but still managed to survive.
Yo,
I just really
Mike
Mike's in the
says,
house.
sorry, this scene was my favorite. I felt Mando down.
Trash.
Dare you, Mike?
Kind of.
He can't see it, but I just had a teardrop down my eye. So, yep.
We know.
F all you guys, all you Mando haters. Mando's number one, baby. This is Mando balling like a boss.
It's
I'm
hard
not
to make
reading
the
the
top
comments
5,
anymore.
but you're gonna have Dooku or Cad Bane in there somewhere, in my opinion.
Cad Bane in there. Andre,
It's your
go
list,
to your
Iron
room.
Logan. You can put it where you want. You're awesome. You're right,
Yeah,
awesome.
boom.
We know where you can put it.
I won't
It
say
was a
what my
very
number
violent
response
scene for
is.
Star Wars, so I'll give it that at least. Yeah.
This is a very violent scene.
Yeah.
AJ's trying his hardest
Look, like,
to like accept me.
yeah. Mike coming in with it.
Friends.
How much do we owe DS now?
Dude,
How often we
I
use
wanted
trash?
to say the exact same thing. We owe him like a gazillion of royalties
Oh,
Hey.
shit.
in the trash.
If y'all
Friends.
don't like this scene, y'all don't like Mando, go to your room. Stay in your lane.
Okay, so that's your 3.
Number 3.
My animated 3, and my top 3 was pretty hard, dude.
Okay.
I think my 2 and 3 are pretty hard to do, and my 1 was pretty easy, I guess. So this was the brothers versus Darth Sidious. You really need to see Rebels and Clone Wars, dude, because the scenes there are awesome. And we never got to see Sidious fight with 2 lightsabers yet. So this is the first time. And
Okay.
animation is the perfect way to display both lightsaber dueling, but also force power usage. Because if you're going to fight the Emperor 2 versus 1, you're going to get some force powers used against you. So this was just an epic duel to see. I wouldn't look it up on YouTube if I were
Okay.
you. I would just watch the series because it makes it so much more epic. I considered putting Pre Vizsla versus Maul in here because that was also a very cool scene, but it was a bit. The animation was still a bit clunky then. So it could have been a lot cooler. The choreography was awesome. It was a cool moment because it made Maul like the head of the Mandalorians of Death Watch. And this is also where this fight is taking place. So Maul took the Darksaber, and then Palpatine rushes in, and he says now his apprentice has become a threat. So he duels them.
He duels them, and who wins?
Who do you think wins? Dude, it's the
Darth
Emperor.
Oh, he wins. Okay. Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking, bruh. Shit.
I'm asking. So Joao agrees. I think it's not
I think.
Mando.
Yeah, I think he
it's
does.
this one.
Yeah. No, he's definitely agreeing with Mando, but yeah, also yours.
Yeah. Andrew said, "Oh man, this seems epic." It was epic, dude. This could have been my number 2 as well. It was hard to pick a number 3 and number 2. I'm a fan of this Palpatine. Yeah. So, Hot Toys is actually making this version of Palpatine, the animated version. In figure form, it looks a bit weird with the brown and the black, but it's accurate, even though the colors seem a bit different here. But that's lighting, I guess. But still cool to have.
That was advertised a while ago, wasn't it? That should be
Loved
a
Palpatine's
long time
evil
ago.
laugh. Yeah. I want this Palpatine. Well, you can pre-order him, and then you'll have him.
Boom.
Iron Logan. Okay.
Nothing.
Like
Bloody
Gazelle. Okay.
Yep.
Nah.
Oh, that's hot.
Dude, I'll do my
Shit.
best here to sell it, but maybe I'm not. It's not working. This is
Yeah,
a great.
this
pick.
is a great
Thanks,
pick.
Mark. Thanks, Mark. It was really hard picking from animated because animated had so many great battles, dude. Look, Hepscott smiling. Looks like a young Palpatine. It kind of does. John's thinking about Iron Man fighting Spider-Man as he nods along to the animated choice. It's making me chuckle.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude.
It's getting dark.
Look, my number one scene is Iron Man.
I need to
'cause-
sell you, dude.
No, please, Jesus.
Next time we need to do it like this.
I had to feel like this.
Oh, dude.
You're making
How
me
do we get
die
back
here.
to? How do we get
Oh,
back?
shit. Oh, that's a good look.
No,
Watch out, guys. Anthony's got control. Jesus
that's not a good
Christ.
look. Oh, geez.
Uh,
How do we get
where
back
did
to
we-
us?
Where did we go, bro? I see a
Oh, there's
hashtag
options.
billions in there.
This option.
Hashtag billions.
billions.
Hashtag billions. Billions for life. Best Star
Hashtag
Wars
billions.
action scene. Rebel
Hashtag
Moon.
Snowfall.
What?
Dude, yeah. I'm just really pushing Snowfall.
He really is pushing it.
Yeah. So
He's pushing it.
my
Okay.
number 3.
Awesome.
Your number 2.
My
Do you want to
number
preface it? Do you
2.
remember which one it is?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to preface it or just go to number 2?
Just go to number 2 and I'll break
Let's
it
go.
down. Boom. Luke, hallway scene. Come at me, bro. Look, I put a couple pictures on here because this again, one, when it happened, it was an emotional moment. Season 2 was epic. This could have been the end of Mando forever, really, and we all would have been
Yeah.
happy, I feel like. So when Luke comes in, I remember still action scene, says Joe. Yes, it is an action scene, much like the Darth Vader scene. But again, when I think of Luke now, this is one of the things I think of when I think of Luke.
Yeah, true.
So him fighting, him kicking ass, the way they filmed it, the way he does the force push, the way he's chopping people up. This is like OP level fan service. Get to see your favorite characters kicking ass, taking names, which emotionally for me, when I think of the character, I think of moments like this, more over a one-on-one duel, I guess, in that scenario. And that's where I really struggled, because if I was going one-on-one duels, obviously these last couple wouldn't have been in there.
Yeah.
But I went more for moments of, the Mando one, he's my favorite character. So of course I'm going to preference an epic moment of him over something else that is definitely technically better, much like my other picks. But it's my list. And what would I rewatch more? Well, I rewatch that episode of Mando more, or moments like this more, than I would go back and watch those other moments. So that's why they rank so high on my list. This moment, it's like you got the Vader scene, you've got this scene, father and son, pretty epic moments for them in Star Wars. Same setup, but still both very different in how they're done. The Vader scene is imposing. Holy shit, he's kicking ass. This is epic. And where they fit it into the storyline of the show just worked really well, I thought. And then you've got this scene, which is more hopeful. Oh shit, he's here to save the day type thing. So two very different feelings from a very similar scenario, done differently. You get two very different feelings. So that's why these two were they were back to back before, but I put Mando in there. But that's why it's so high on my list. So I'm interested to see what you guys think.
This could have made my top 5. I think this would have been in my top 5 if I did live action. I think Yoda versus Dooku would be above this one for the time, because how unique it was, and I remember seeing it in movies, and I was hyped as hell. I was also hyped for this when I saw it at home. Maybe the experience is a bit different than when you see it in movies, right?
I think so.
And also, I think we're used to a lot more now than we were when the prequels were out. So I think this would have been below Yoda versus Dooku, maybe even versus Palpatine. I don't know. But this is a good top 5 pick, I guess.
Yeah, I just think it's more. If I was really being technical, I feel like it's more of a character moment. But they're fighting, and it's a great way to see them fighting. Like, it's one of the best ways I've seen him actually kicking ass. So
why did you take Anthony's picks?
Why did you take Anthony's picks?
Great choice. This should have ended Mando on a high. Yeah.
Boom.
You guys are right. This was a real look on screen. Yeah, it was. This is like not prime look yet, but still.
Yeah, and that's my point, right? If you sit back and you go purely off, okay, we're going to talk about which scene was more epic to you, Yoda versus Dooku or this, I'm going this every time. Like,
cool.
I just,
cool.
yeah, where I would go with that. And maybe Lukagi's pick. That's probably number one.
Number one, Kido vs. Water. Yeah.
Shit. So yeah, that's why that is my number two. So I know you guys must be anticipating what my number one is, but we'll see.
Let's go to my number two. So, my number two. Wait, let's do this correctly. My number two is Ahsoka.
I can't see the picture. I don't know what you're talking about.
Vader.
I can't see
Ahsoka
the
versus
picture.
Vader.
So yeah,
Rebels final season.
Yep.
Hold my tea. Oh, dude, you have a Mando mug.
I have a Mando mug.
Is that
I'm just
like an
gonna
official
hide.
mug? Third party mug. Cool.
No, I think it's
Anyway,
look. It's got Grogu on this side.
so-
look, see?
this is like the first time that Ahsoka saw Anakin as Darth Vader. She heard there was like a Sith. She went to the Jedi Temple to rescue Kanan, and then she just fights Anakin. And this is actually the first time that she also damages his helmet. So she sees Anakin through the helmet. It's busted up. It's a great emotional fight. So this is like the story is awesome. It's emotions, and the fighting was great as well. So yeah, this needed to be my. So when I add the emotions and the story, this really needed
Together.
to be top two and not the Palpatine one.
Yeah, okay. I think I've actually seen this one. I think I have seen this one on a. I think on a
Is that in
YouTube video
preparation
somewhere.
to the Ahsoka series, maybe?
Yes, that's where it was. Yes.
Yeah, Joao agrees.
Definitely. Yeah.
Lukaku's just playing catch up with all the comments that Alfred and Andre made. And Sabine versus the Cup. We're still debating who won, Sabine or the Cup.
Definitely.
AJ says this was absolutely fantastic. Totally agree with this one. It was cool.
AJ, where were you on the last
Mike
one?
agrees. Fantastic scenes. I am no Jedi. Yeah. Is the emotion the fight involves more important than the choreography and sound, do you think?
Tough.
What were you saying? Because for me, yeah.
Well, that's what I thought about a lot, Andre, when I was doing this list. Because if, like I said, I think I might have kind of said it before, but if I was going just off choreography, the ones I had later down the picks would be higher up, if that makes sense. But I personally lean more to how I felt watching it, how excited I am watching it. Whereas I think Anthony looks at it a bit more in the analytical way of the choreography, right?
Yeah.
I feel like so that's where we're kind of two opposites. Where if I could watch, some of my favorite fight scenes are just two people in a fist fight, as opposed to big action stunts or sequences and things like that. Especially if the tension and the way it's like filmed, the way things are filmed are very important for me. Camera angles, like when I watch things, for some reason I'm taking in camera angles. Why did they shoot it from this angle? I think about that stuff. It's just something my brain does when I watch it. So a lot of my decisions also go down to how it's filmed, not necessarily the movements that the people are doing, whilst that plays a part. So if something's filmed really good, like let's say the hallway fight scenes or how the Mando action scene is, I love the way that was filmed and how they depicted him struggling with the saber and things like that. Those things will elevate a scene over me rather than fancy twirling of, maybe weapons or lightsabers or flips and backflips and stuff like that. I guess that's why it's so hard to do it, right? We all look at it differently. I think I'm
That's
more
also why
that than
it's
I am.
so much fun. For me, I try to go back to remembering the first time that I saw a specific scene and how much it impacted me at that time, not now. If the choreography is very good, as like in the prequels or in animated, that impacts me a lot. But emotion can impact me also. But if the choreography is bad, it'll take me out of everything. So then emotion doesn't matter anymore for me. Because then it just feels fake. So both matter for me, but I am kind of a stickler for great execution.
I think you're way more. So in that essence, I guess, let's say the Ahsoka series, I enjoyed I think a great point here is that I would look at the Ahsoka series and I thought Rosario Dawson did a great job fighting. When I know when we were watching it, you're like, she's too slow, she's too this, she's too that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But to me, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, she did a great job. That if she's doing these stunts, she's doing a good job. I'm looking at it like that, and that doesn't take me out of it. I'm actually probably into it more because I'm thinking the actor's trying their best to do it rather than get a stunt person. Whereas you're
Yeah, so,
going,
but that,
they should have just had a stunt person.
yeah,
And
that
for me,
really
I
takes
like
me
it
out
more
of it.
that the actor, yeah. But for me, I'd rather the person actually do it because then I'm more connected to them doing it as opposed to
Yeah, that's
the
so
art of filmmaking.
funny because
So,
I can appreciate the work that she put into it, and I can see and appreciate that she wants to do a lot of the scenes for herself and that she
mm,
trained for them. But if it looks, how can I say it respectfully? Um,
I don't think you can.
yeah, I don't think I can. I can really appreciate the actress. So in this case, Rosario Dawson doing like a very good job for her, but it's not epic.
Oh, yeah. Careful.
Let's go on. Let's go on. AJ says,
Okay,
I support the Luke one. He's with you.
Sorry, I forgot. I am my own Dory.
Kenobi versus Maul last fight. Yeah, so Kenobi versus Maul the last fight. Just cue Iron Logan again because it's animated. It's very cool because Kenobi and Maul is always trying to chase Kenobi down. Because he chopped him in half, right? So he's always vindictive. He just wants to destroy Kenobi. And it's like a redemption arc in the end. So they have their battle, and that's a pretty cool technical battle because he kind of fakes Maul into thinking that he's doing the same things that Qui-Gon did, and he doesn't. And he, first of all, he switches to his own comfort zone, and he doesn't. Technically, it's a very cool fight and an emotional fight because they kind of reconcile in a bit. So yeah, that would have been cool. Didn't make my top 5, but it was still cool.
Good points.
A balanced one elevates. Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Emotional.
Mm.
Would K2SO final fight getting a shot? Dude, it counts. I don't know if it would make my top 5, but it counts.
Yeah, it could definitely count for you.
It makes sense for Anthony. He tries to remember when he had heart and feelings.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's hot.
Shit.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Occasionally it comes back. Yeah.
I was a
occasionally.
wee lad then.
What the heck? Scottish?
That's how
Anthony's
Austin Powers would
Scottish.
say. Shrek. Maybe Shrek would say that. I was a wee lad. I was a wee lad then.
That's a good bloody
Great
interpretation.
points,
Nice.
by the way. Thanks, dude.
Thanks, Sanjay.
Just finished watching Rebels. Now I feel like really watching it. Dude, see? That's how good it is.
Boom.
That's how good it is.
I will.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Maybe
Rebels and
one
the
day.
Clone Wars had some great fighting scenes. Yeah. Brutal.
Brutal.
Okay,
Oh,
so this is
classic.
my number 2. Let's go to your number
Yeah.
1, right?
Well, yeah, okay. I want to preface this one.
Preface.
So
It needs preface.
my number 1, it does. My number 1, I know there's so much anticipation for this,
Okay.
but guys, this will be easy because
Drum
this is also Anthony's number 1.
Chat,
Now,
try to guess what John's
Try to
number
guess.
1 is.
and in turn, thinking about what my number 1 is, think of what Anthony's number 1 would be, and then you can put that as number 1. So it's not ones that we've talked about already. I know he said that. He was trying to throw you off the scent. But our number 1 is actually the same. Oh, what, Andre?
Luke versus Vader. Empire Strikes Back.
Cold. I'd say cold.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cold. Pretty cold.
Well,
But Anthony's
well,
number. Look,
awesome. Oh, yeah. Okay.
well, I made my number 1 because I knew it would be yours, but I know you don't really
Thank you,
you
dude.
don't want. I wanted to do it for you, So that's why I made it my number one, and that's why I put so much effort into all the little pictures I put in there to highlight how much you loved it and I loved it. You probably love
5
it
out of
more than
5,
me, but
definitely.
definitely 5 out of 5. But you might as well put it in there. Let's see. They'll know what it is. Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Now look at these highlights here. Look at the lighting. Look at the looks on their faces. But most of all, look at them rocks. Look at them rocks, baby. I rewatched this scene and I just kept thinking about how much you loved this scene and how much and then I started thinking of all the awesome poses you're going to do. Like, how many of these dioramas are you going to get just so you can have rocks everywhere like that picture? I mean, that's a set and forget pose for Obi-Wan in my book.
That's a forget
Set
pose.
and forget. That's a set and forget. Put him in that pose. Get a ton of rocks behind him. Get a ton of rocks behind him.
I'm not buying it. Trash.
Trash.
It's alright. It's alright.
Oh shit. This is my number one. The music was epic. The action was epic. They had the conversation, and Darth Vader says to him, "You didn't kill Anakin. I did." I know that's your favorite scene of all time. Come on, guys, back me up.
So, objectively, how high would this have been in your top 5?
Look,
Well, no,
guys,
subjectively, of course, but
yeah,
truthful.
objectively, my list could be back to front.
Okay, so this would have still made your top 5.
This would have been my honorable mention.
Lukanga says,
Yeah.
"I've made the high ground, Anakin. I've made the ground high, Anakin."
He literally did. He pushed him down
He
into the
did.
ground and covered him in rocks, but Obi was too strong and he bust them rocks out and he wielded them to perfection.
Often says, "It's he who remains."
It's he who remains. Look at that. I mean, does it get more epic? Look, this may not be as good as Leia running away from the guards, but this is up there. This is definitely up there for it to be number one. Look, I know you guys back me up on this. AJ
Yeah,
hasn't
I'm
said
surprised you
anything
didn't
because
even include like the flames, the unstoppable flames, in your top 5. But yeah. So
Please, Anthony, tell us
What
how
I-
much you love this scene. Tell us.
this could have been a very epic scene that would have made my top 5. But
Mhm.
now I'm sure that you are right in saying that if it looks clunky or things are off, then it's gone for me.
Mhm.
So they
Can't believe-
did like. Okay, so do you remember when this kind of? It seems like off topic.
You've got Hayden
but
Christensen and
yeah. Wait,
Ewan
wait,
McGregor,
wait.
and you guys
Hear
don't
me out,
like
dude.
it. You
Hear me out.
hate
Hear me
it.
out.
Hate it.
Look, this will seem a bit off topic, but do you remember the J&D Harley Quinn?
Yes.
Okay, so they teased it before they actually showed the production pictures, and they teased a bit of her face, and it looked epic. And I thought this is going to be my first 1/3 scale statue. And then they invented something new. They invented like actual dentures going into the silicone face, and it ruined the sculpt for me. I couldn't even recognize Margot Robbie in there anymore. This is kind of the same thing. So they invented, and I think they did in Ahsoka and Mando as well. They invented like actual lightsabers that they used during filming, and they were so glad because now all of a sudden the lightsabers emitted light, and you could see the light on the actors, and it's epic.
I love that. I think.
But in
looks
turn,
epic.
it made the lightsabers super thick. So the movements are not as snappy as they were in the prequels. Also, the actors are a bit older, and I think that wouldn't have shown on Hayden Christensen, but it would on Ewan McGregor. But the movements were just slow and sluggish because of it. I don't think it's the training. I think it's just the way the lightsaber just handled, and that took me out of it. And then we had the rocks. Dude, I hate those 80s, 90s series rocks where it's just brown styrofoam things falling, bouncing when they just hit the ground. And these rocks were bad as hell. If it would have been CGI'd, well, then it would have been fine maybe, but these were just the worst, dude. These were the worst.
I can't
Mike
believe you're
said, nope,
saying
sorry. Can't back you on this one.
this.
Katie says, I like the sequel, but I wouldn't probably have put it in top 5. Maybe honorable mention. It would have been a mention, not even honorable mention, I think.
AJ.
Epic. Starts with Obi throwing balls and ends with him running away as Anakin announced he killed himself.
10 out of 5.
10 out of 5.
Amazing. Andre, you get me.
Oh, that's hot.
You get me, Andre.
Dude.
You get me. Bro, come on. You all know you're going to have Obi posed like this in the collection with rocks. You're going to go into the garden, get yourself some extra pebbles. You're going to tie some string around it, tape it to the top of your DTOF, and have those rocks hanging and swanging in there with Obi on the shelf.
So-
Come on.
Andre is like world's first black belt sarcasm.
Look, I take that as purely backing me up here. I don't see any sarcasm at all. Look at how he writes it. Epic. Boom.
10 out of 5.
Starts with Obi-Wan throwing pebbles. Pebbles is just another word for rocks. It's not putting it down. And ends with him running away. He was
Multiple
getting
rocks.
away to get him his Ventolin. He needed to get some Ventolin for Anakin. And Anakin
Oh,
killed
dude.
himself. That's right. 10 out of 5. Come on.
Oh, dude.
Boom. Number 1, baby.
The rocks.
Number 1.
Know your role and shut your mouth. Rocks. I don't care what you
this-
think. It doesn't matter what you think. You smell what he's cooking.
Look at that. Look at the
Choreography, too.
lighting. Choreography was amazing. Anthony doesn't know what he's talking about.
Dude.
I'm going to take the Black Adam head sculpt and have it
That's
floating
exactly
around
what I
amongst the
said.
rocks. Now that's a picture I can see. So yeah, that's it, guys. Mine and Anthony's both number 1 picks. Fantastic.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, my number 1, obviously, Maul versus Ahsoka.
How is this better than Obi versus
This
Darth Vader?
is
Get out of here.
Clone Wars final season, Maul versus Ahsoka, and it's epic as fuck. Not only because it's done well, but they actually mocapped it, and they brought back Ray Parks. They shot it in live action, mocapped
cool.
it, and then made it into animated. Ray Parks didn't skip a beat. He just looked snappy as hell again. It was just, yeah, it was nostalgic.
Nice.
And it was awesome. Really an awesome fight.
That's cool.
So that
So,
was number 1.
is it like a long fight? Is it?
Yeah, it's a long fight, but it doesn't matter. It's not like the Mustafa fight long, but it's Ray Park just coming back as Maul during this fight. It's just,
Mm,
it's just, yeah. Well, it's just epicness.
yeah. Okay. So this would be a trifecta for you. It's the choreography, it's the story, and
Yeah.
emotion.
Yeah.
Will you say it hits all 3 points?
Yeah, and the emotion is a bit weird because it's not only emotion of the movie, but like I said,
Mhm.
Duel of the Fates was like the lightsaber fight that really ignited like a passion for Star Wars for me. So
Mhm.
having Ray Park come back to do this was just,
Mm.
yeah. Just like
So Ray
nostalgic
Park is
for
the
me as
reason
well.
why you put these picks where they. Okay, so you're biased to the actor. Okay, I see. We see Anthony's judgment method here. He's very biased to the picks. I think he's got something against rocks.
John's non-animated brain. This never happened. They never met.
It's the best
He's
fight
the
in
best
Star
fight in
Wars.
Star Wars. Kicks his ass with no lightsabers. Yeah,
Sick.
hands down.
Hands down. Okay, well now I will go
Hands
back and watch it.
Go back and
Uh,
watch it.
I'll go back and watch it.
It's just
I'll
going.
go back
It's
and
not
watch
going back.
Oh yeah, I guess going. Yeah, I'll go 2. I'll go 2. Look, yeah, it's a good list. It's almost as good as my list. I think it's
Almost.
fantastic. It's definitely it's almost up there. I'm glad you did the animated though, because I have no idea about any of it and can't give any input whatsoever. So that was awesome.
And it also
But
gave
I'm
you like
sure
a
they're
couple of breaks
fantastic.
while we're doing the stream. You could sleep a bit. Sleep
I was
with your
just
eyes open.
thinking about Tony. I was thinking about. Actually thinking about now. We got Zhao in here that about the competition. Have you submitted your picture yet? Have you submitted your pose?
Um,
Why
I
are
don't
you
think
making him wait?
officially. I don't I didn't officially submit it yet because you know what, the 3 ones that I sent you, the one with
Mhm.
the bad lighting, but there you could see his legs. Then you have
Mhm,
the one
mhm.
with a great angle, but you can't see the cat. And then you have one which kind of has both. For
Mhm, mhm.
those of you that don't know what we're talking about, Joao
Oh,
has
yeah.
made Moles Posing Academy, and he's doing like a competition for YouTube posers, right? Is it YouTube posers or YouTube
I
just
just think
content
people on
creators?
Facebook. I just
Yeah.
think people in
Oh,
Facebook. I
Facebook.
didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might be
yeah. I just
Facebook.
think Facebook.
And
Yeah, that's
it's pretty cool. Round 1 is a walking pose, but we can't
Mhm.
use a stand. So everyone has to submit a walking pose, and the deadline is tomorrow.
Mhm.
But it's pretty hard posing some figures without a stand and do a walking pose. Like I picked Miles because Miles is a pretty cool figure. He could do a lot,
Mhm.
and I haven't posed him. I just did one pose, and just it was like a set and forget pose. And now I get to play with Miles. Um,
Mm.
but him and his boots are just really flimsy to balance, dude. It was such a chore. And then I just had to
Mm.
balance him and snap a picture really quick before he fell down. Uh,
I
so
feel
yeah,
you. I
but I'll
feel you.
need to submit it officially.
You better. Don't be late.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see. I want to how this. I want to see how the scoring goes. I'm excited.
AJ says Ewoks flying in review. Live action. How
Look,
was
I
that
wanted to
forgotten?
put it in. I wanted to put it in, but Anthony advised against it. So I don't know. I'm sorry, AJ.
Yeah. Shaw says
He's
I'm back.
back. Oh, Joe. So Anthony's trying to skirt submitting. He hasn't submitted his picture yet. I think we should put pressure on him in real time here to submit his
I
picture.
still don't know which
Just
one
choose
of
one.
the maybe of the two I'll submit because I like the one, but then I don't get to see Spider Cat, and I like Spider Cat.
Mm,
I'm undecided.
tough call. Tough
Yeah,
call. You got to make a decision though. You're running out of time. Running out of time.
yeah.
I think.
Anyway,
I think
anyway,
every time he's late, he should use a point. Lose a point.
I'm not late. It's not deadline yet. It's tomorrow. Anyway, but
Yes.
there are a couple of things coming out now, right? Because we have the Bad Batch. We
Yes.
have Last Airbender. There was another one that looked pretty cool. What's it called? Showdown or Samurai?
Shogun. Yep.
Shogun.
Well,
Yeah.
I went off what we talked about last week. So me and Lani have started watching Last Airbender. We're 2 episodes in so far. Yeah,
How
2
is it?
episodes
Because I
in.
haven't watched it yet.
Look, not knowing anything about the series, about the characters, we're enjoying it. We're enjoying the
Cool.
world that it's in. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be an interesting one because I'm sure you and a lot of the other guys in the chat know more about
I
the
don't think I'll
backstory.
know.
So,
I don't know. I think I'll know that much about it.
oh really? I thought you did.
Yeah. No. I just watched a couple of episodes of the series.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
kind of it. Didn't
Who
watch
in the chat?
spin-offs.
Who in the chat
Probably
knows
Mike.
a lot
Probably Mike.
about the Last Airbender?
Mike and Lokage, I guess.
And have any of you watched it yet? And would it be worthy of us doing a breakdown of the whole series? Because they're pretty long episodes, so we're going to have to.
Hmm.
It's going to be interesting. Just maybe tackle the main story points. Because I thought if you knew the story, it'd be interesting. Like kind of like The Last of Us, you kind of know what's going to happen or what should happen or
No.
what maybe should.
Because I think this is like
okay.
a continuation, right?
Okay. Well, I don't know. See, that's the thing. I have no idea. It seems like an origin story to me.
Hmm.
It seems like a definite
Yeah, I
origin
just have to
story.
start episode 1 still, so I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
so I was. Oh, it's a mix of posters, so not specifically YouTube,
Yeah.
it's Facebook. Am I suffering from Stockholm syndrome? With his jumps, Mike sounding good today. Don't take my one
Wow.
burn away from me. It's not your one burn, dude. It's just your easiest burn.
I think it's working well today, Andre.
Okay.
So
AJ saying he's also
holding in
new
there.
to Last Airbender.
okay.
Let me tell you. People are thinking too much about the pose. Yeah, probably.
Mm. I still
It
mix.
still misses 8 photos. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, geez.
so for next week we're thinking about Last Airbender. So definitely not Bad Batch, I guess, because you're not into animated.
Well, I just would have to go back and watch the other seasons, right? And I'm just not going to have time to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, because when I'm watching shows, keeping in mind, generally that's the only time I'm watching a show is when me and Lani watch something together. I very rarely am watching things on my own because when I watch something, I like to actually watch it as opposed to just I don't want to listen to it while I'm doing stuff. So I will put things off until I can sit there and watch it. That's why I only just finished Gen V, because we finally got to sit down and
But I like
chip
that.
away
I
at
like
it.
that.
Yeah, that was a good series. That was a good series.
What do you think about Shogun? Do you think Shogun will be nice?
Well, I would watch. I think I would watch Shogun for sure. Like I love that culture. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm liking about Last Airbender as well. All the different mystical parts, and we're enjoying that side of it. It's definitely more kid friendly.
Mm,
2 episodes in, I feel
Yeah.
like it's more of a.
Would
It feels
watch
like a
it.
PG.
So
Yeah.
Sean says he's watching Airbender and it's nice. And he saw the movie before. Dude, I don't think I even saw the movie before.
I
just
did
saw the
years ago.
series, the original series.
Yeah.
Bad Batch has started well, but I guess why I wouldn't want to watch 32 episodes to catch up. Yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
slow burn, Bad Batch. Yeah.
Yeah, when it's overwhelming
It
like
would
that,
be
I'm like,
a
I
lot
really
better
need to
to
get
just
into the
watch.
zone.
Yeah, I think it would be better to watch Clone Wars or Rebels
Mm,
than Bad
yeah.
Batch.
So why don't we lock in then? Because, like, are you even going to be able to watch 8 episodes of Last Airbender by next week? You got to take that in. With
I can
as
watch.
busy as you are going to be able to do it.
Yeah, so the way I watch things, I can watch things pretty quickly. So yeah, I think I will be able to.
Okay. Well, let's do Last Airbender, and then we can
Cool.
decide whether we do Shogun after. That way, I can just because I'm 2 episodes in, we'll just continue to bust through it.
Yeah.
So we'll try and bust through it definitely by Wednesday or Thursday. That way, I can
Cool.
prepare.
Shaw says he doesn't know the animated. John spoiler. Last Airbender is okay.
Spoiler.
Still prefer the animation,
Mm.
but the essence of the story and characters is basically there. Oh, okay. So this is like an overlap of the animated.
Okay.
Something
Still prefer the
changed around, but
animation.
it feels like they actually tried this time. Cool. Sounds cool.
Mm.
Sounds cool.
Lani was
Yeah,
reading
that
about Last
statement
Airbender.
sounds cool.
Can you? Cool. Sweet. Yes, that's the spoiler.
Nice. What is Shogun on? No, I didn't say it. I think it's on Disney Plus, right? Shogun.
I don't know. I'd have to check. I'd have to
think it
check. But
starts-
I think it's got some actors in it that I like. So for sure,
Yeah,
I'll definitely
yeah.
watch that.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Cool.
can smash Last Airbender and then do Shogun. Because is that week by week? If that's week by week, then
I think it's week by week, and I kind of like the fact that we have shows that go week by week.
yeah.
Even though Last Airbender has like a couple of episodes at a time. I don't know if they'll continue at this pace though.
Uh-huh. You don't think so?
I don't know. Sometimes they have like a release of the first couple of episodes, and then it's one episode a week.
Yeah, it'll
And I
probably.
don't look that up because I try to avoid looking
Yeah.
things up before it actually starts. So I really don't know. I don't know
Okay.
how many episodes it'll be, and I don't know the release dates.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look at it too because
Yeah.
I did see an ad for Shogun. It sounds so good, but we're into Airbender right now. We're in the zone. One thing that I thought was interesting is that apparently the creators of Avatar started working in the development with Netflix, but they left the project because they weren't happy about some of the direction that Netflix wanted to take it in. So when you hear stuff like that, I'm like, eesh. But in saying that, we've enjoyed what we've watched so far. So I guess not having a preference, like not having knowledge of what the other story was, we can just take this story as the story that they want to tell. If that makes sense.
Okay, so Andre is saying June 2 as well. It's a good one. Looking forward.
Yeah,
to
I
you
wanna
guys
do that
covering
one.
That and that.
Yeah.
So I was very much into June when I was younger, like the
Mhm.
original one, and I kind of tried to avoid trailers, but I saw someone from House of Conan probably. That's going to be epic. Looking forward to June 2. So that might be.
Yeah.
Will we wait 2
That could be a
weeks
good
for
one.
that as well?
Maybe wait 2 weeks. Well, why don't we do Airbender next week, and then we'll do June 2 after, because then me and Lani can organize to go to the movies and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're looking forward to see. We're going to rewatch the first one probably within the next week. So before we go see it.
Do you know a new AI King Dead spin-off? What is that? AI
No,
King?
I don't know. No, I don't know that one.
Oh, Walking
Sorry.
Dead.
Oh, Walking Dead.
Yeah, so I think I watched Walking Dead. I think I watched 2 seasons.
Hmm.
And it felt like a chore to me, so I didn't continue, I guess.
I stopped when Glenn got taken out. I think was the day I stopped. Mainly just I was watching Walking Dead. I mainly dropped off just because, again, when I'm watching stuff, Mila's generally around, so I can't really watch stuff like that when she's around. Like
Yeah.
Gen V, we had to
So you
watch when
switched
she
to
was at
Suicide
school.
Squad.
Yeah. So, well, no, I had to watch all that when she's not
That
around
makes
as best we
sense.
can. Yeah, as
Yeah.
best we can. So yeah, it's difficult. Whereas something like Airbender, we can watch with her around because it's very PG-ish. You know, not that she pays
Yeah.
attention to it, but you know, the chances of her seeing something scary are
Yeah.
much
Okay.
less.
Coming back to a comment that was made earlier about posing, because there are less series than what we usually do. I was kind of thinking, now that we have like the 2 channels combined at the same time every stream, would you guys like to see posing during these kind of things or not? And not maybe like during the top 5, but instead of a top 5, we could do it. We don't have to do it, but we could, if it's something that people will watch.
Well, I was talking. Funny you say that. I know we've been flirting with that idea. I actually was talking with Helen yesterday in Pose and Chill, and she gave me the idea about doing more posing tips, like how I did the 1 minute pose breakdown. I thought one I would like to do is how to show people who may not know how to do it is how to get with a Spider-Man figure, get the arms closer to the sides. You know, sometimes when you see people have their figures on the shelf and the arms are kind of out to the sides like that.
Yeah.
Because they might not, like they might push it down, but it's not clicking
up.
in. And not a lot of people know that if you click the shoulder up and in, it'll bring the arm down to the side. So I thought, I could do a video
Done.
like that.
Episode 1 done.
Boom. You know what I mean? Yeah, like well, we can actually show them.
Another idea.
Well, we could do lots of little tips like that. You know what I mean? Like how to, you know, do a safer, more dynamic looking pose by manipulating the material or something or whatever. I don't know. It's just things like that. And I thought, yeah, actually, that could be a good idea. So if people want to see that, we could definitely do that.
Yeah. So let us know. Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, I think Jar likes it.
Doesn't matter.
Joao likes it.
Look, like another idea I had was like something that I wanted to do in the Facebook group 6 Go Posters, but I didn't, and maybe I still will. I don't know. It's just people who would post their pose and wanted to have other people take a look at it and tweak the pose. So if you have like a pose and you're not completely satisfied with it, just post it, and then we could either do it here or in the group, just tweak it a bit and see if it becomes better.
Yeah, that's I actually quite like that too. Whether we can even do it or not, I like the challenge of it as well. Can we make it better? Or not better, but can we make it? For me, whether a pose looks good or not, sometimes I really think it just comes down to the angle that you're seeing it from. Right, like that's just as important to me.
Sometimes,
yeah. When I'm doing my display, it's just as important to me of where it's going to be viewed from, because sometimes I'll do a pose on my desk like this, looking down at it, and then you go and put it on a top shelf, and you're like, oh my god, because it doesn't look right because you're seeing it from. Whereas when you're doing the pose, you're looking at it this way, but when you put it on an upper shelf, you're looking at it that way, and that can actually change where the head position would be, where the all that type of stuff.
At the time when ground pound poses were popular, but figures weren't up to par, then you needed to cheat like a photograph from the left under angle to get it perfectly. But then when you would rotate the figure, it would look like crap. So that's why turntable videos are also tricky to do. For me,
I had a lot of experience with that.
Yeah. For me, the challenge is to have like a pose that looks good from all angles. But yeah, angle definitely makes a difference sometimes.
I think it's definitely harder to make certain dynamic poses look good from all angles. And that's a good challenge to try and get it to look good from all angles for sure.
Yeah. Anna says, more live figure pose / movie chat would be great.
Okay.
So you're saying the combination or more figure posing and more movie chat? Because we do
more live figure posing. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Combination. Yeah. We have a lot of people in the group. Yeah, so we could even combine it. We'll see. But let's wrap it up.
Combination.
We're going to disappoint often again. It's not going to be an 8-hour stream. A combination. Okay, we could do that.
Yeah.
Because the top fives are, we could do the top fives in like an hour, sort of posing. If that's like half an hour or an hour, that would be fine as well, right?
We could do like, I mean, why don't we do one where we just do posing? Maybe we could get us like a couple of figures. Like I could do the Spider-Man arm one and just show people how to do it, where we can actually like
Yeah.
show them the clicking and what it sounds like, and all that type of stuff. But then also maybe do, something cool like like you said about people giving us poses to try and do or make.
Mhm.
So maybe for their displays, if they want to put a figure pose in a certain way in their display and they're not sure how to do it, or whether they're worried about damaging it, we could do it first live and they can see kind of how you do it, I guess.
I'm just saying, like, post Spider-Man while discussing Spider-Man film.
Post Spider-Man, we'll discuss them.
It could be a good idea, but it's pretty hard to have a stream running when both of us are posing, because then either you break the figure or you don't say much at all.
Especially if you're concentrating.
It's either one of two. It might be better content if you break everything, but or one of us should pose and the other should. I don't know. We'll
Or
have to
take turns or whatever.
yeah,
take
maybe
turns.
we'll have to think about it. It would be good to have something like that, right? Okay, Jean has an idea.
He has an
First.
idea.
Andre, it's a cool idea. Lokage says, "What's the most difficult figure to pose?" Easy. Keaton Batman.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. I would imagine. I don't have that one, but I would imagine he doesn't
King
look
Shark.
good. Like he wants to move King Shark.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how it will work. Thanks though, at Lokage. Challenge with others. That's what you're
God.
doing already, so
Yeah.
for that. Take care, friends. Gotta run. Thanks for being here, dude. Thanks for
Thanks for coming, bruv.
man. But thanks. Roger Gaming says, would it be cool to rate other people's photo that follow you guys? If they want that, of course. So would that mean you guys sending stuff in and then we would rate it? I would be up for it. I don't know how many people would be up for it, but if there's a lot of people up for it, we would do it, right?
I think people already do that, isn't that what Figure Flex Friday is? They send pictures in, or people?
No,
Oh, it's not ready.
It's not rating.
Okay.
You could do it.
Okay.
though.
That'd be
King
fun.
Shark, yeah.
I just don't feel like I feel like I'd feel weird rating someone else's pose. Like I don't like.
Yeah, I
don't know if
wouldn't
I'd be
rate
good
it.
at
I
that.
would just comment on it, maybe. But it would be like, what would you tweak about the pose? What would you like about it? Or would you tweak about it? And we'd have like two different opinions about it also. Okay,
That's
bye
true.
bye. At AJ, cheers. Trousers.
Peace,
No,
peace,
just imagine
peace.
the figure falling apart while you're talking to chat. Yeah.
We've done it before. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it would go. Would be fun to watch you try to make a diorama, painting and crafting something, dude. Yeah, so you haven't seen the space I have to work here, but there's no way I could actually make a diorama here. It's not going to be possible.
Anthony's got like a 5 centimeter square radius of posing area on his desk.
Yeah. So Shar says Ryan had that. You send him a photo and he would help you to improve the pose. Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen it though.
The next one could
actually
be a
up?
vlog. I don't know. I've seen him start a lot of stuff, and I've never seen
What
it. Like,
about Mike shopping with Iron
look at that.
Logan? That would be a cool
that'd be a
vlog.
good one.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. That's not a burn. That's a vlog, baby. That's a vlog.
Oh, that's hot.
We just
Man,
made
I
it.
want
a
that
burn.
jacket.
We just made it. A burn.
I want that
Anyway,
jacket.
let's wrap it up, dude. Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
What
Let's
have you
wrap it
got? What have you got going on the channel? Iron Logan.
up. Iron Logan. I just
Iron
finished-
Logan.
Iron Logan. I just finished a video on like what I call a crouching tiger crouching tiger, crouching spider, crouching tiger,
Oh,
hidden
yeah.
dragon, crouching spider pose. 3 different variations. It's funny. After I did it, I then reposed the red and black suit again and got it to now my set and forget pose. And
That's
I'm like,
pretty
oh,
deep,
why
you
didn't
gotta
I do
say.
that for the video? Oh yeah,
You
but
got it
I
pretty deep.
completely changed. I got it deep, too deep, in fact, some may say. But that I went and changed it again. I changed it again. And I think I got him even more dynamic. He's actually up
Cool.
higher, but it looks more dynamic. So I was like, oh, do I do another little video just showing how I changed it yet again? Or do I, because I like it better now.
Do it.
I like it
dude.
better than what it is in it.
Do
So
it.
maybe I will.
Why not?
And I'm doing a short for every pose I do for Joao's posing challenge. So I'm just going to bust out shorts on each pose I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I think other than that, I'm about to start filming my endgame display to follow up the Infinity War one. So they go next. So I've just got a couple poses to tweak and then I will film that. But lots of shorts, lots of posing content coming, guys. I just picked up Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Wolverine comes tomorrow. So yeah, lots of stuff to come, lots of posing ideas. I still haven't even touched a Moon Knight for a posing showcase yet.
Yeah.
Lots to do. Peacemaker.
Yeah, you don't have to touch Moon Knight because there's already great posing showcase.
And that's another reason probably why I've put it off, because I'm like, there's so many people have done stuff. I need to get those ideas out of my head. I don't want to be influenced by what
That's
other
difficult,
people
it's
have
difficult.
done or not done, if that makes sense.
It's like trying
just
to
wanna-
sing like a random song that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Usually you just like start sing something random, and after 3 seconds, it's a song deep down you already
Yes.
know.
Look,
Kind of
when
the
I
same
do Moon Knight, I'm going to rewatch the show. I'm going to rewatch the
Yeah.
show, and that'll pump me up to come up with ideas, and that's probably what I'll do.
Good. That's a good way to do it. That's
Yeah.
the way I usually do it, just to see how like a certain character or actor moves.
Mm.
Because that does play a role in how you want to pose the figure, right?
Definitely. And I've been really enjoying trying more subtle poses. Like I really had a lot of fun with trying to get that Mark IV for the challenge to walk and
Yeah.
balance, for Christ's sake.
Fun and
on one foot,
frustration,
essentially.
by the way.
Yeah. But I like that. I like the challenge. So
Yeah, me too.
I'm just into doing more of that stuff right now. Really trying to figure out just ways to make the figures look not so dynamic all the time, but more realistic in how
Mhm.
they might stand or walk or do whatever. Can I get from this figure King Shark?
King Shark.
Jesus.
Now his hand is like this. Now hand is like this. And,
Could he ride a skateboard?
and,
Yeah.
and.
Oh, jeez. I need to rewatch that movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, I love it as well. Guilty pleasure.
That's a
like I said.
classic.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's wrap it up. Thanks for being
Let's
here,
wrap
guys.
it up.
Next
Yeah.
week it'll be on your channel, right?
Next week I'll be
Um,
hosting. Yes.
yeah.
Next
and
week I'll
then
be
things will
hosting.
run smoothly again and on
Mhm.
time. And I'm guessing we'll do Airbender then.
Let's do Airbender then. How about this, guys? Why don't we do Airbender and then we do a posing one?
Cool.
I feel like there's enough people have mentioned doing a posing one. I think we just need to
Yeah,
bite the
let's do it.
bullet and we'll just do it. We'll just
Yeah.
do it. And that way we can just see how it goes and you guys can give us your feedback on it.
Cool.
So
Look, like I said,
Let's
it's
do that.
good because Creature Moon Knight went invisible. You can just say he's posed fighting them. Yeah. I think you mentioned it in the video as well. Thanks, everyone.
That's
Have
a
a
good
great week. Dude, same.
Peace,
Have a great
guys.
week, guys. Thanks
Have
for
a
being
great
here.
week, guys.
See you
Thanks
next
for
week.
hanging.
Bye-bye.
Peace.